What's going on, you guys? It's your boy D or whatever, and I am back. I wish I could say I was coming back to YouTube positive, you know what I'm saying? But I am trying my hardest to come back to YouTube because I dealt with a lot of stuff over the past, I think, 7 months since my last video. But I just wanted to make this video of an update about where has your boy D been and what's up with him, what's next for him, like everything. I just want to get it all out because this channel from now on is just basically going to be me just giving everything. When I don't have nobody to talk to, you guys are going to be my audience. Where do I start? Since my last video, which I think was a haul, you guys know I had got my teeth with braces put on. So right now my teeth are together for most part, but still focus on the gaps at the top. My bottom row has completely been together, so I'm happy for that. I've basically been still working. Yeah, you know what, I don't even want to get into that, but listen, it's been a rough ass 4 months. It's been 4 months. I think it's been 4 months. It's been a rough ass 4 months. Oh my gosh. And I hope and pray I don't cry because fuck. In the end of August, I lost my mom. And people know that me and my mom were like the fucking, like two peas in a fucking pie, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like making videos like this to be like sad because, you know, people can take that as something else. Like you're doing this for attention and stuff like that, but no, that's not what it is. Thank you, tears, for going back up. Thank you. But no, for real. The end of August, I lost my mom, and it's the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. This was the person that you guys, I'm so happy that I was able to make a video with her on my channel, which I did like maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, something like that. So I was happy that that was able to happen. But I'm really sad of how my mother passed. Yeah. I just don't know how to like make this video be good, but I'm really hurt, and I'm thankful for like my support system and stuff like that, and the people who I have in my circle right now who have been very supportive. I do appreciate y'all and love y'all to the fullest. But like I said, losing my mom was the hardest thing for me because this is the person that I literally grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the person I stayed with majority of my life. Well, yeah, majority of my life. I didn't really take it hard. I kind of did when she was in the hospital. When she was in the hospital bed, I took it hard. But once they actually called me and told me that, hey, your mom passed, that's what took me to another like world. But it didn't take me to the point where I was bawling, okay? And a lot of people don't understand that the grieving process is different from everybody, okay? So when my mom passed, people automatically thought, oh my God, we need to go check on the microwave. The microwave is just But little did people know I was fine. And it was just something about me being so fine and cool that I was scared for my own self. I'm like, why are you so cool with you know what I'm saying? Like, your mom is gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just, I felt more relief because my mother didn't have to suffer. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people didn't realize. I was just more so happy that my mom don't have to struggle no more with anything. But it's hurt. It hurt because I don't have her no more. And I don't have the person that I could tell everything to. I don't have her no more. And it's the person that I told everything to. This is my teacher. And it was just me and her. And that's what's hurting me more. Because it was just me and my mom. It was just me and my mom. And people just don't realize that it's crazy that my mom and me were just, you know, we were reserved and stuff like that. But when people keep saying you have your family, you have this, it's not the same. Y'all do not understand, and I'm tired of telling people that. You still have your family, we're here for you. It's not the same, because my mom was my rock, and everybody knows she was my rock. Anytime I did anything, it was because I wanted to do it to please my mom. You know what I'm saying? She taught me a lot of things, you know, but it just hurt me to the core. Just seeing her the way she was, and to hear that your parent passed and you couldn't even get a last word from her. That's what turns me up all the time. It's because I couldn't even tell my mama I love her. When I told her I love her, she couldn't tell me she loved me back. I just had to be there, hold her hand the whole time. I was really just holding her hand. Basically, my mother passed. And I'm so happy that, you know, I'm still going to continue to, you know, live for you, mama. Like, I really am. I'm living for you. Because before, it was me trying to help myself be a better person. I was like, I just had to do this for my mom. I had to do this for my mom. And now I don't have her. So it's like, more so, who am I doing it for? You know what I'm saying? And people may not know, I have a father. My father is still alive. Let's see if I have any tissue. My father is still alive, but me and him, we don't get along like that. So that's what's hurtful more too, because I don't have anybody, okay? And like I said before, when people say you have family, I understand that. But at the end of the day, people don't understand. There's me. It was my mother. And it was my father. That's my bloodline. Okay? I lost my brother a day after we was born. So, my other half is gone. So, when I tell people I feel lost and I don't know what to do, it's because of that. Like, how do you cope with a person that you didn't know, but was supposed to be your other half, and then you lose a person who was very, very close to you, and then you have a parent who also is in the same kind of predicament your parent was already in, and then they don't want to change themselves. They don't want to have a relationship with you. So what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have people, you know, that I really go to about a lot of things. And I don't even go to family members a lot about a lot of things that I do. Because they are just hypocrites. And you could tell them one thing and they will really flip your story around. And that's why me and my mother were so standoffish about a lot of things. Because before my mother went into the hospital, I heard a lot of rumors about my mom, like, talking mad about her. Like, that's what pissed me off. And then to see them at her funeral, acting like they so, you know, emotional and hurt and sad. It's like y'all are really trying it in this church. And if I wasn't at a state where I wanted to just cuss everybody out, and I wasn't in the house of the Lord, baby, y'all would have got cussed out. But I don't know. It's just a lot process. Like I said before, this video is probably all over the place, but like I said, the grieving process between, like, hearing it, I didn't really grieve. Like, I haven't grieved. Like, people think I haven't grieved. I mean, I have days, but I don't consider it grieving because I still wake up every day. My normal routine is, I always still do it, which is kind of creepy, but at the same time, it's just a way to keep me motivated. When I wake up, I go, like when I'm leaving for work, I always just tell my mom, alright mama, see you when I get back. Or, I'll be back in a minute. And it's something about it that, you know, makes me feel good. But like I said, when my mom passed, I didn't grieve. And the funeral, the day of the funeral, well, actually, let's take that back. When I went to the funeral home to, you know, view her, to know what she was going to look like prior to the funeral, I was nervous, okay? And I was really scared because I'm like, this is the moment that I have to see my mom in a casket. And I was really surprised when I walked in and I saw my mom laying there. And it wasn't a surprise. It's like, oh my God, my mom. I was actually happy. Because I walked in, and from the way she was laying, well, of course she was laying, but the way that they had her up, when I walked in and I peeped, I said, that's my mama. And the way that I said it was more so like, okay, y'all did what y'all had to do. Because my mother didn't look, and this kind of, people, when I say this to people, it's kind of like, I don't know how people take it. She didn't look dead, if that makes sense. You know, people, when I say that, people like, what? But to me, she didn't look dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, when some people die, they just look dead. And, you know, I know she was gone, but it was just the way she looked like herself. And that's all that I wanted. And I want to thank my grandparents for one, because the process would have been so much longer if it was all on me by myself. So I thank my grandparents for everything that they did for me during that time. And shout out to the funeral home who did for everything that they could for me. But like I said, it was just a hurtful thing to do, to see. But I was happy that she was no longer having to suffer. And it's still gonna take time for me to really cope. And like I said, once that day I saw her in the casket, I was good. The day of the funeral, I had a moment, but it wasn't more so the moment like I normally thought I would have. Like a few minutes ago when I was crying, I didn't have that the day of the funeral. I had a tear, but it was just more so the funeral, the vibe, the people who were there, the love I was receiving. I felt good. And I was thankful for all the friends that came that I didn't even know cared enough about me. You know what I'm saying? I was so shocked when, you know, people was coming to hug the family and talk to the family. And I saw friends that I have never communicated with like that on a regular basis. So it was shocking when I saw them. I was like, oh my God, y'all are really going to make me cry, because it's like, me and you have never talked in a minute. Like, we have, since we've been out of school. And we've been out of school for almost 6 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's been 6 years. So it's like, I was shocked. Family members that I have never seen in a minute, I've seen, and it was so grateful to see them. And I actually during this time, it really showed me who my family were and who my friends were. Because a lot of people were telling me, and now to this day actually, people were saying, if you need anything, let us know. We're here for you. We're here for you. Da, 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 da. Those same people who told me that, I haven't heard from them. A lot of people have been still reaching out to me, which I appreciate, but it's just not the same, because you know with genuine people, and when you know the fake bitches. And I know a lot of fake bitches. And then after that, my mom's funeral, you know, was beautiful. And I'm still low-key sad that I wasn't able to have 100% input on her funeral, but I did have at least, I'd say 50%. Which I really wanted 75. Because I mean, it was my mom. But I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? But now let's fast forward again. This is why I feel like my life was just in shambles. 3 weeks exact after my mom's funeral, or death, actually, her death, on August 28th, my grandmother passed. 3 weeks later. And I was shocked, but I wasn't, because I had already knew that it was going to come, because my grandmother was, you know, up in age. So it wasn't more so me being shocked. Now my mom, on the other hand, was very shocking. Which eventually I would probably do a video on that, because right now I don't want to talk about it, like what happened and how it happened and all. But eventually, if you guys want a video like that to what, you know, how everything transpired, I could possibly do a video for that. But like I said, my grandmother passed after that. So I dealt with 2 deaths literally in kind of the same month, because her funeral was the 1st of September, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. My mom passed on August 28th, and then her funeral was on the 1st of September. And then on the 18th is when my grandmother passed. And then the 22nd was her funeral. And it was just so crazy that I had to deal with those 2 at the same time. And me being me, I was so strong. Like, I was strong for the whole process. Like, I never witnessed this. So, you know, it was very hurtful. And like I said, when I had family members, not family members, but friends who have lost people, I always wanted to be there for them, which I was still there for them. But by me not have dealt with a physical person that I've known for a very long time, like close, I didn't know how to grieve with them. But once I lost my mom, it opened up my eyes, because my best friend, she lost her grandmother. And when she lost her grandmother, and she lost her dad too. So I see, you know, how she was feeling during that time. Because at first I was more so like, girl, we gotta understand that they in a better place. Stop doing this. And when I dealt with it, I was like, wow, this is how it feels. And I go visit my mom's gravesite whenever I'm down that way, really. Which, not saying that it's like a lot of time, but it is. I go down there every single chance I get. I don't even be caring. I just be going, wasting gas, going down there, thinking that I'm gonna get a talk. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful for all the support. Like I said before, my grandmother, I love her dearly. My mom, I love her dearly, and my brother, I'm so hateful. Happy that now my mother can be with her child and to see what's life. And I know that they're gonna continue to bless me. Like, I have literally 4 angels over me. My grandmother, my mom's mom, who passed at an early age, and her father. Well, actually, technically my real grandparents. And that sounds shady, but it's not. Technically, my mom's parents. You know, the real ones, the OGs. Rest in peace to them, because they died both early on, and my mother was able to live until 47. So that's why I feel like I didn't grieve, like I didn't get upset and sad about a lot of things, because I knew if my mother was able to survive 47 years without any of her parents and had step parents to raise her, and a grandmother, great-grandmother, well, her grandmother now. I feel like I could do that. At 25, I think I'm able to do that. You know? But shout out to them. My brother, my mom, my grandmother, great-grandmother. I just know that now I feel like I have a lot of eyes watching over me and keeping me good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think at any point I'm going to just stop. I've had my days. Now, I will say that. I have had my days where I've been like, you know what? Who am I living for? I don't have anybody to live for no more. Let's go. Let me get my shit. Let me pack my shit. Matter of fact, I didn't even pack my shit. Let's just leave this motherfucking world. Let me go with my mom. And I'm happy that I did not do that. Because at this point, I feel like now I have a lot more to do. And if that makes sense. Like I have so... I want to be a not an activist, because that means you have to really be into it. But I want to continue a legacy. You know what I'm saying? My mother was my main one that I was living for. So at this point, I'm still going to continue to be me and do everything I can to make sure I'm pleasing her. I'm not pleasing family members. So if that's what they want, I could care less about that. But I'm thankful for everybody. And it's 4/19. That's my mom's birthday. Shout out to my mom. Yeah, I don't even know. This video probably been on too long. Thank you. Let me say this to everybody. To be truthfully honest, let me say this to... This is dedicated to my best friend. I love her. Shout out to my best friend. Shout out to her mother. Because during that time, those two people are the only ones who really kept their promise and their word. I have a house. Shout out to my mom. Thank you, Mom, for having this house paid off. And, you know, basically all I have to do is just keep the house in order. That's it. But during that time, I had a lot of cleaning to do. And I still have a lot of cleaning to do. Because I am working on getting me a YouTube room, you guys. So when I get a YouTube room, baby, y'all gonna see it. It's gonna be beautiful. But I want to thank my best friend and her mom, because they actually drove 2 hours to come to my house to help me clean up. We got a lot accomplished too. So I thank them for that, because it wouldn't have got done if it was just me. But that goes to show you who your friends are, who mean what they say when they say it. Because a lot of my friends have kind of like been here to my house, and you know, not saying that my house is junky, but you know, when you have a lot of shit, it's kind of hard to like keep it organized. You know what I'm saying? So, because me and my mom like to shop. That's one thing. We will say that. So we had a lot of shit in here. So when we finally got it all out, and I'm like, wow, this is what the house look like. But my best friend came, her mom came, and they helped me. And I thank them every time I get a chance to. Because it was them who really kind of kept me good. If you want to be truthfully honest. Because everybody else... But yeah, thank y'all. I want to thank also, like I said, my grandparents. I want to thank certain family members. I'm not going to name names because but shout out to everybody who has been really supportive and showing me genuine love. Shout out to y'all, because y'all know who you are. Yeah, that's all I want to do on this video. I could, like I said, I'll probably make a more in-depth video for something later on down. Because right now I have a lot of videos that I want to, you know, bring to life to you guys. Yeah. I should put on my mama's chain. I got a chain made with my mom on it, you guys. It's so beautiful. But yeah, that's all I want to do. Just stay tuned to the YouTube. I'm gonna try not to make videos like this too much, because I don't want to be sad all the time. And you know, at this point, I want my YouTube channel to grow, and I want you guys to see me as a business person, because that's my next move. That's some tea. Hopefully you guys will support that, and family members and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I want to do. Like I said, I'm gonna be coming back real soon. This is just a video that I wanted to post because it's been a rough time for me. Bless me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, D Nation. If you haven't done it already, if you watched it this long, please go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like this video, share this video, tell your family members and friends that the Marquay is back. And that's my ending. Be you. Give up about a hater. Because if they have enough time to talk about you, they ain't got nothing going for themselves. And that's a fact. Always gonna be a fact. Fendi fact. D fact. Because D said it, so you know it's a fact. And if you don't like the facts that I give you, go get you a car. Because they'll give you the facts too. And until next time, I love you, D Nation.